Welcome in everyone who's joining us live and those who are watching on recording. Know that this is going to work through all time and space. And so whenever you are joining us and watching this, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to center us in, and I love to start our journeys together with taking 3 deep breaths together. And right, like we all breathe air, we all breathe together as a collective. So we just begin to tune in and create coherence in the space and in the container. But before we do that, make sure that your technology is turned on. Do not disturb. I will do that too. So we're going to do not disturb on our technology. So start that here. And I'll make sure that I don't have that on my computer. Great. So that way you give yourself the full space of being in this container and in this energy. So as you are here, let's take 3 deep breaths together. Let's just inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. We'll inhale and we'll exhale. You can bring your hands to your heart or to your belly or wherever it feels good for you. And so just setting your own personal intention on what you would like to co-create the experience today. It can be a word or a feeling or a sentence, but practicing that free will on co-creating and setting an intention for today. Today's attunement is balancing the masculine and the feminine energies. Divine union for sacred balance. So I'm going to do my talking up front so that when we get to our experience, um, we can be in the experience. And then for those who are on the call live at the top of the hour, we will then have about 20 to 30 minutes for a deep dive afterwards. And so I just want to, again, plant some seeds up front, introduce myself, introduce you to the Interstellar Earth Alliance, and then we will get going on our experience. So my name is Alara Faith Kent, and I will be your guide. And this is a really special class today because it's actually completing the end of this free Metatron Cube Attunement series, and I'll go into that a little bit more. Um, so we have some different technologies going on here. So a lot of my work has been really focused on working with the Metatron Cube. And I offer this work through individual installations, and I offer this work through group attunement work. And it's also, we're shifting into a self-attunement training practice so you can start to learn to work with this technology yourself. And I started Spirit, I've been working with the Metatron Cube technology for about 11 years. And I started offering attunements about 3 years ago. And Spirit just guided me how to do attunements in that way, and or in the way that you will experience. And then it was about a year ago, a little over a year ago, that Divine Mother came to me and asked for these to be free for a while because the collective really, really needed them. So it's been this like absolutely beautiful offering that has been coming through each month. And what is being asked and called now is I was asked to create a training. And so there is, starting September 12th, we have a 12-week training where you can learn to do self-attunements on yourself. And then that way you don't have to wait for me, and that you can access that technology and those attunements at any time. And so this is going to be our first cohort, so I'm really excited for that. And I'll share more information about that in the email. But just know that that is there. We still have enrollment open, and so I would love for you to join us if that feels like a heart and a soul calling to join our first cohort. And I also want to share about the Interstellar Earth Alliance. And so we have like these two different things that kind of weave together. So we have the Metatron Cube work, which has been just the most beautiful offering that is going, it's not going anywhere. And then we have the Interstellar Earth Alliance. And so the Interstellar Earth Alliance is actually a nonprofit educational center and embassy that was gifted, like the blueprints were given to me 11, I think it was, gosh, it was October of 2015 in Crestone, Colorado. I was actually shown physical blueprints, that I was told it was a it was a Galactic Federation satellite station that needed to be built. And then in January of 2025, those blueprints woke up in my field and I was given the name Interstellar Earth Alliance. And from there, it first began as like my own individual business. And then it became really clear that it was way, 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 way bigger than me. And so I, through lots of prayer and work, decided that, and through actually talking with a few of my friends too, that this really needed to be a nonprofit organization. So as of, I believe it was June 23rd, we're officially a nonprofit in the state of Oregon, and we have a board. And I'm being really called and guided to put a lot of my energy into building this container of this nonprofit. There's so much to learn on like the 3D human level, and this is obviously not a normal 3D business. And so we've been spending a lot of time, those of us on the board, channeling and meeting, and each getting a piece of the puzzle for what the Interstellar Earth Alliance is supposed to become. And so that is really in its birthing process. And so I feel like through this eclipse portal, the this the Metatron Cube attunement work has really been preparing our bodies. And what has been coming through really strongly in our channeling sessions is that the Interstellar Earth Alliance is a place for us to prepare for first contact. And we're really broadening, like, what does first contact mean? First contact with each other, right? First contact with really being able to meet each other in deeper ways. First contact with angelic beings or our guides, first contact with ET beings. And so we're being very guided into like relationship building within ourselves, raising and preparing our frequencies and our energies for more physical contact, which is coming down the pipeline. And so these Metatron Cube attunements, like the installations and the attunements, really prepare the physical body, the energetic body, the mental body for raising our frequency, raising our consciousness, and yes, eventually having that physical contact with ET beings. And so all of that is coming together. And so these attunements are really just one little piece of this huge puzzle that is coming together. And so that's why like this portion of it is coming to a close. And just in this way, because something so much bigger and so much grander and bringing in way more people to teach than just me is being birthed. And so and it seems so important, right? That this is all like this whole transition and everything is happening in this eclipse portal and with all this new shifts. And so with all of this too, like the invitation and the energy I'm also bringing to you is like, what is being asked to be released so that something bigger can come in, right? What is being asked to change. And it could be something really small, such as maybe like a daily habit or the way you drive to work, or maybe it's something bigger, like maybe the universe is asking the way you shift your diet, or maybe shift out of a relationship or a job, or I feel like I have a Pluto transit going on right now, and it is like, woo. And so, we're all being asked to really, like, what needs to shed. I know we had the year of the snake last year, but what what needs to continue to shed off for what is really coming into the what are you being asked to really step into. And so today I love this attunement today. So we do Metatron Cube installations and attunements, and this is an attunement. So nothing is getting installed into your field. This is an experience where you get connected with an energy, and like a tuning fork, it will tune you and awaken those energies and those frequencies within you. And so during this experience today, all you have to do is just receive. I guide this experience in a way that is very visual, but I also know that not everybody's brain works that way. So when I'm guiding you on this journey, it's about seeing, sensing, feeling, hearing, tasting, knowing. Whatever experience comes through for you is absolutely perfect for how you need to receive it. And so we are working today with Metatron and Shekinah and balancing the energies of the masculine and the feminine energies within us, and really finding that and securing and anchoring and feeling that balance of energies. And however that balance needs to be, it doesn't mean it needs to be 50-50 for each of us, right? Like each of us has a balance that we need. So just know that maybe for your balance, you need more masculine energy, or maybe for your balance, you just have way more into the feminine. And so just know that it's not always going to look maybe like a 50-50. So just know that in every moment of the day, what that balance is could shift and could change. And so this attunement is going to really help your body to find the balance that it needs, and then also be able to help it long term as well. There's that. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to get this started. So for some etiquette for today, if you could just make sure that you do have yourself on mute for the experience, and the experience will last till about the top of the hour. I know we're all in different time zones, and so for about 45 minutes. And then for those who are on the call live, we will just have a deepening time. And for those who are on the recording, you can just enjoy the experience. Okay. So you can enjoy this experience. I hear some people are hiking and riding bikes. You can lay down, you can walk, you can dance, you can sit. So however your body wants to receive this, do that. There is no wrong way to receive and to play with this energy. So we're really all about what works for one of us is not going to work for all of us. So really find your own unique way to receive this. So beginning to bring awareness to your physical body. And we're going to do just a gentle softening and relaxing to open and receive. So I'm feeling Saint Germain present. Thank you for being here. And if you could visualize a waterfall of violet flame, a violet flame waterfall beginning to move in through the crown chakra, or pour into the crown chakra. And begin to have it pour down through the center of your body, all the way, like really clearing out through the spinal column. And then begin to feel it filling your body, allowing that violet flame to just cleanse and clear and prepare your body and your energy field and your mind for this attunement today. And sometimes we go etherically into the intracellular earth lights, but they're saying we're actually not doing that today. They want you to receive the attunement on this level of energy and feeling. The violet flame is now I'm hearing that it's moving into deeper layers of your energy field. Removing collective debris. It feels like they're saying there's a lot up in the collective field right now that's clearing, so this will help to clear your field from that collective debris kind of flying around and clearing. So I feel the violet flame energy intensifying, continuing to clear. Now the violet flame energy is going to continue for a while, maybe the whole time, we'll see. So I feel now Archangel Metatron and Shekinah. So they're saying if you are in a place to do this, to place both your hands up as if you were to make like a vow or a high five, but they are using the language vow. And see, sense, feel, or hear, or experience Metatron is placing his hand on one of your hands, and Shekinah is placing her hand on one of your other hands. And this again is about the moving of the masculine energy, energy in your body, no matter what sex you identify as. This is just about energy. And I know we usually it's taught widely, right, that the feminine is usually on the left side of the body and the masculine is on the right side of the body. But there are times where that's not always the case for everybody. So wherever Metatron and Shekinah show up for you, just honor that. And maybe there's switch sides. Maybe you need the masculine balance on the left side and the feminine balance on the right. So just honoring however that shows up for you. Just going to be sending energy through your palms At the same time, we feel the violet flame energy continuing to move in from the crown. Just receive. There's nothing you have to do other than just receive and breathe. Now they're saying to please place your hands on your heart space. Right, so you had that energy go into your hands, and now placing your hands on your heart space. So the first cube we're using today, they're calling it like a primer cube. Okay. And I see it as this like iridescent kind of silver energy. And what Metatron is going to do is it's going to kind of come down through the violet flame energy from the crown, and they're going to move um, the cube slowly down through your energy field and over your body. Again, it'll just moving through your body, but no cubes are going to stay, but they are going to move through your body. If that is okay with you, you get to choose. Continuing, if it feels okay for your body, placing your hands on your chest or just visualizing them on your chest, whatever is going to work best for your physical body. And take some really deep breaths as this cube begins to descend from the higher chakras and higher frequency energies, enter in through the density of where we are on earth, and begin to lighten and prime our energies, beginning at the crown. And I see this as a really big cube. And just see it as it begins to move down the chakra system and around your body, around your energy field. The throat, third eye, into throat chakra, into the heart space, down into the solar plexus and the sacral, over the hips, pelvic floor, into the root chakra, down the legs, connecting to deep into your Earth Star chakra, and continuing down into the center of the earth. I feel this deep priming and clearing, like really deep into our roots, really deep into the connection, way past our just going down to the chakra systems below the body. Really clearing deep, deep down. Feels like ancestral collective as well. Really deep priming and clearing. So we have now two cubes coming, but they're like intertwined, and they're like in that union, right, of that masculine and feminine, that gold and silver energies. So just however you see, sense, feel these two energies intertwined of these Metatron cubes, a sacred geometry. They might look like colors or shapes. So we're going to begin by having it work over the crown chakra. And I'm feeling like this like weaving energy into the crown chakra. This weaving. this weaving of your own light frequencies into the crown, weaving together this bridge to hold higher frequencies of light in this balanced way of this bridging. When we have these balanced energies, right, it creates this really strong bridge to the higher realms. So I'm feeling them, the cube, work on that piece. And Shekinah and Metatron like weaving this sacred divine bridge within the crown. But it's your energy creating that. Because we have this divine union within us, we can create and weave and bridge together within ourselves. Like this it feels like this unlimited strength, like unbreakable, very strong. Just breathing here, nice deep breaths. We're going to be working deep into the body and the physical body, into the pineal and pituitary glands. Now the cubes are over like your full head, working also back into your mouth of God, which is at the top of it's the very base of your skull, that little beautiful divot between the occipital points. That is our channeling center. They say that's where we come into the body. So allowing that balance around your jaw, your chin, the whole skull and head, just being balanced. See where you can also physically relax your body at a deeper level. Bringing in codes of light through the crown and the mouth of God, into the brain and the spinal center. It looks like just codes of light, memories. Nope, that's not the right word. Codes of light coming in. Right, moving down into around the shoulders. Breathing up into the shoulders, up to the collarbone, and then softening on the exhale. Releasing burdens. And instead holding divine codes of light in this balanced way. Moving down to the heart and the back of the chest. sorry, the back body, down the back of the shoulders and the whole heart space. Helping to restore anything that was collapsed. It's the word they're using is collapsed. So helping to bring back structure, divine structure into the heart space and the back body. It's like if like something was concave, it's being like really pushed back out to its original shape. Remembering to take deep breaths. They're inviting us to tap on our high heart, our thymus. Tap on your thymus gland here. It's like halfway between your sternum and the Pleiadians call this your divine access point. So this little divot here, right in between, just do some gentle tapping there. And maybe even hum, hearing for us to make some sounds or vibrations. Continuing to keep tapping and humming, or whatever divine sound wants to come out. Continue to keep tapping. Doing one more sound, one more vibration. Nope, they're not. Nope, they keep saying not done yet. Keep tapping. And just go at your own rhythm of tapping into your sound frequency and vibrations at the same time. You're doing a great job, moving a lot of energy, making more room and expansion of that heart space. Now you may relax the hands. You may release the hands in a relaxed state. And now just feel that what is the feelings left after that experience in the heart space. Feeling that quietness, that space that was created. I'm just being asked to send you some Reiki. While they're continuing the attunement. Okay. Continue, just keep breathing. The cube is still over. It's around the whole top of your body and over the heart space. Still working on integration in this space, so just breathing. Keep hearing the word fire and activate, fire and activate, fire and activate. Continuing to take really nice deep breaths. See if you're holding tension in the body, maybe the jaw or the shoulders, seeing where you can let go at a deeper level through the breath into the muscles and the fascia. Just really soften the physical body if you can. Okay, good. You're complete with the heart space. Now we'll move down into the solar plexus, the middle of the back and the spine, the belly, right? We're going over a lot of the organs here. Liver, gallbladder, spleen. I have like the esophagus, bottom of the esophagus, lungs. Going into some of the deep into the belly and the digestive system. Feeling Shekinah's energy in the front and Metatron's in the back. Just balancing that center and that moving of energy. I see it breathing, like as your lungs would expand and breathing, I'm seeing the cubes expand, like the lungs and the rib cage. Just expanding and contracting gently. Moving with your breath in your body. Really feeling that violet flame energy coming into the belly, into the solar plexus. Especially like really feel the back of your body too. All the way back, all the way in your back body. Down the spine. The muscles in your back. Wrapping around the sides of your ribs. And as you breathe, make your breath expand all the way front and back and side, filling up with this attunement energy, balance. Now moving down into the sacral, to the womb space below the belly button. Moving to the different organs here, we also have the kidneys and the adrenals, bladder, moving into that water energy. And I'm also being reminded too, like breathing all the way into your lower back, breathing all the way into your lower back and your lower belly, really expanding the floating ribs at the bottom, expanding into your side body, filling it up with this energy, expanding your capacity to hold more light, more of your light, of who you are, more space. Tuning also deep into the bones, right? And in my medical intuitive training, we called the bones were like tuning forks. So as we walk, the bones have crystalline frequencies and energy in them. And as we walk and as we move our body, the bones actually attune the body. So knowing that this attunement, the cube's energy is going deep into the bones, to your structure. Feeling it really move into the hips and the pelvic bowl, like your physical bones in your pelvis. Back into the back body. And now we'll also kind of move down into the root at the same time, into the sacrum. moving balance within your sexual organs as well. Really root and base of your body. Into the anus and the perineum. Clearing and cleansing anything that needs to be released from the root. Any blockages, any pain, any old outdated programs or beliefs. So we had that big clearing from the primer cube, right? So we're continuing to just allow that, really see and feel or see or sense or know that this attunement and this clearing is happening deep within the sacral and the root chakra and in the physical body. Feeling that violet flame energy, continuing to keep work down, like really see it down through the colon, into the perineum, into the sexual organs, the bladder, like just allow it to just flow and cleanse all the way down, just knowing that it's being cleansed and cleared. Violet flame just transmutes that. And now we're going to move, and the cube is moving down your legs, around your knees, your calves, down around your ankles and your feet. Right? And finding balance within the structures and the muscles and the energies and the blueprints within the legs. Also feeling this like balancing in the hips as well. Breathing down the legs and seeing the energy like physically flowing down through the legs, physically, energetically flowing down through the legs, out the soles of the feet. This is like violet flame energy moving down the legs, clearing. Opening up any blockages. Also hearing like the femoral arteries, so like moving into the circulatory system, right, to the veins and the arteries, all the way down the legs, from the belly down to the legs, all the way up the feet. I'm feeling Shekinah like really working on everyone's hips, right? Finding the sacred balance here. Placing grace, attunement into the hips, to the pelvic bowl, finding that balance and alignment. Breathing down into the pelvic bowl, breathing down into the pelvic bowl. Breathing, breathing, breathing to the base of the body. Expanding the pelvic floor in the pelvic bowl. And attuning the pelvic floor. Feeling like this connection between like the outside of the ribs down into the pelvic floor, right? Like the diaphragms in our bodies. Hearing like clearing of scar tissue, energetic and physically. Breathing that attunement's happening and breathing that violet flame, continuing to feel it moving its light and its flame into the pelvic floor, even around the rib cage, below the rib cage, through the diaphragms. Okay. I feel the energy shifting. We've been moving. There's been a lot of fire and heat. And now I'm feeling this shift into more of this cooling energy through the body. So we're now coming into a different energy, like this, like it just like flipped, like this whole, like it cleared. And now it's going to be this soft, graceful, deep indigo. I feel like this deep indigo blue, cooling energy and frequency. And not cold in this way. I guess I'm hearing soothing energy. This really beautiful, soothing energy. And Shekinah is going to guide this, right? Moving this deep, soothing energy through the body. It's the yin. Just feeling as this soothing yin energy begins to just really gently hold you and move through your body. The breath, inviting you to take nice, deep, slow breaths. Inviting you to gently place your hands on your belly. And to feel the body expand on the breath. Feel how the belly and the ribs rise and fall with your breath. You are being restored. I'm going to gently play some music. I'm not going to speak over the music, but we're going to do this rejuvenating energy with Shekinah. This yin is going to gently move through your body, through your energy fields. And I'm going to gently play some music while this is happening. So the attunement and the restoration is now complete. Just take a few moments to feel your physical body. Feel any shifts from before you began to now. And feeling gratitude or the invitation to bring that feeling of gratitude into your heart space. Not just a thought, but an actual feeling of gratitude. And when you feel that, just allow that to just keep expanding throughout your body. And begin to feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Be aware of the space that your body is in. Where is your body compared to the space of the room? Begin to feel the temperature of the air as you inhale and exhale. And gently beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And I like to rub my palms of my hands together and even the soles of my feet. Rub, 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 rub. Keep rubbing them. Great heat. And then relax. And then when you're ready, you can gently open up your eyes. And come back into the space together. And for those of you who are on the call live, please feel free to stay and chat and create some community. And for those who joined us on the recording, thank you so much for being here with us today and in this space. And I look forward to continuing to walk this exciting journey with each of you.